What is up? Welcome to this probably short video, hopefully, of sort of what I've been doing. So I saw a video recently by Rendog and Etho. Oh, well, I haven't seen the Etho video yet. But I did see Rendog's and his follow-up video. So they sort of talked about having a racetrack on like natural rivers / lakes and sort of just following like what nature gives them pretty much. So I came here, used a little chunk base. I'll show an image. Blech. So in that image, you'll see like the whole biome, a bunch of rivers, some lakes, and then I went over that with this blech, sort of that's like the longest route I came up with. And then I'm hoping to have a couple shorter ones, but just starting with the longest one. And then I sort of went around, as you can see, with these banners. Here's the starting line. So I have these banners, and yeah, I just sort of crudely put it together. But I sort of like the banners because they don't like bump you around, you know, and you don't get stuck on them. And then you'll see a couple other things that come with having natural tracks. So I'm actually gonna race the daytime here. It's sort of a thing I like to do since no one is on. I'm not gonna race myself. Well, I'm gonna race Minecraft Day. So it usually takes around Minecraft Day to finish. We'll see if I make it in time. So I like to sleep, and then hopefully I get back in time for so I can't sleep yet, if that makes sense. So I get back and try to sleep, and if I can't sleep, then I completed the challenge. So a couple different places, you'll see that split symbol thing. It sort of looks like a diamond. It's just two arrows going in separate directions, like that little section there. It's just a loop. Both sides I did sort of time, and they are around about the same time. So I just split it, and you can choose whatever way you want to go, whichever way is more comfortable for you. Mine is the right, so that's why I go that way. And here's like the first section that you sort of can see with natural generation. The snow and ice don't always form in all the places. So like under these trees, you'll have the puddles, and sometimes like up here, you'll have more. So you have to sort of dodge the puddles, which I think is a cool little added thing that they could implement onto their track, Ren and Etho, if they put like leaves or something above just to block the sky from the water, and then it won't freeze over and it will look cool. Right here, I sort of went through a little. I didn't actually do too much to that town. I just went through the path, added in a little packed ice because it wasn't forming ice where I did that, and then a couple trees. I didn't actually take out any houses, so not too bad. Unlike right here, I did have to actually take out one house because ice wouldn't have formed in this little corner here, so I had to take out the house here. So there are a couple changes I had to make, a couple connections I had to dig through. One big thing I sort of wanted, but never actually had the opportunity to put in, was sort of like a cave section. I had a couple places where I thought I could do it, but then turns out when I got here, there just wasn't any space for it. And like where I thought I could put them, it was actually just flat, so I could just carve out and put in ice. Here's a nice technical section. Again, comes with just using natural ice. So it's a little difficult at places where you can fall off if you go too fast. I like it because it sort of gives opportunity to pass people. Because if they fall off, then you get through clean, you're going to catch up, if not pass them, which I think is pretty cool. And sort of a part where I'm sort of worried about Rendog and Etho. Because if you don't have those big slowdown spots where you have to get out or you touch the snow, so you have to slow down. then it's really hard to pass people on boat races, I've found. So I like to have those. And they came natural, so I didn't even have to work for them. And like I said, I really like the banners. Sorry, this is live commentary, so it's sort of messing up my my mojo here. I've never fallen off in that section. But I sort of like the banners because they don't like prohibit you. Well, we have a couple other ice races on the this server, and with the walls, it's sort of like you smack them and then like it hinders you, or sometimes even helps you. So it's like this, it's like you just like roll off and you get slowed down, or you literally have to hop out and break your boat because you fell in the water. So I think that's pretty cool. Not like usual boat races that people make. So that's only the only worry I have with Rendog and Ethos race is, well, I guess I have two. The whole not being able to pass people, and then also yeah, the walls. So I hope they don't actually had walls, but it sort of looked like they were about to. Another big thing that sort of I like about it is the whole biomes. So as you can see, we've gone through like a village, we've gone through ice spikes, forest. There was just like plains. We go across lakes, like big diversity in the biomes, which I think is pretty cool. And I think they are implementing that into their race. So I am looking forward to that a lot. I do suggest that you guys try to look for these in your world. Like I said, I just went on chunk base, put in my world seed, and then was able to just map out where it was with like MS Paint. Just then I go into the world, fly around, look it over with my eyes, and see what the world actually looks like, because it's not quite what it looks like on chunk base. And you'll see that with the iceberg section coming up here, in particular, because it looks just like a big flat ocean, but it is not. Also, you don't see these little puddles, so it is a little different from what you usually see, but adds a little variety, which I really like. So of course you always want to look it over before you just like, okay, we're gonna race this, and not even look at it. And then there were places where I didn't think I'd have to like hollow out and connect through, and then there were places where I did think I would, but I didn't. So don't expect to walk in and just immediately start a race. I did put a couple hours into this, especially getting all this wool for the banners. I actually ran out of white wool from our farm that we have and had to go with black wool and do the arrow out of white, or like around the arrow out of white. So a little backwards from the way I did it the first time. But having your own world doing this, I think is pretty cool. Like that igloo. Most places aren't gonna have an igloo just in the middle of a lake. Sometimes I have to go like behind that igloo because I take the turn too wide, or sometimes I go in front of it. I've hit it before, and I know other people have hit it. So it's having your own like track and charting it out yourself can be pretty fun and rewarding. So I highly encourage it. And then here is the iceberg section, or the start of it. It was a little more work than I thought it would be. Like I said, looking at chunk base, it looks pretty easy. It's kind of dangerous too. There's two moms right there, so if you hit that iceberg, you get sort of chased. But like I said, chunk base sort of makes it look like a big flat ocean. It just make a track through, but it's not. there's a lot of water if you look on the right here, and you'll see when I'm going through it where I had to sort of put some packed ice, or where I had to go through icebergs like this. So I did put some, I think like half a shulker box of packed ice. But also, making the ender portal over here, I fell in lava. Well, I actually died on top of the platform and lost a couple of stuff into the lava. Most of my stuff actually landed on the platform, or the path I was making, which is nice. But yeah, a whole shulker box of packed ice fell in, which was not nice. That's the best turn I've ever done in that. Probably like one of my hardest turns. There we go. So yeah, I did have some struggles with this, but all around, the amount of fun I've gotten out of it has been a lot more hours than I have put into it. Highly suggest doing it. I haven't had a huge race yet. I had a couple people, couple siblings hop on, and we had a little race with 3 of us. But nothing too big yet. I'll probably, hopefully, record it when I do a big one. Then sort of show it off that way. But we are coming up on the end here. As you can see, the sun is setting. I don't know if I'll make it in time. Again, if I cross the line and I can sleep, then I didn't complete the challenge. And it looks like the sun set, so I think I'm too late. But usually I'm running like a couple seconds in front of it, but yeah. But 10:30, 10 minutes 30 seconds. Like I said, it's a pretty long map, so a lot of ample time to sort of pass people. A lot of sections where you can do that. Really, at the end of that race, whoever's the winner was probably just had the cleanest run. So it's really just the best racer, or you got lucky. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That was my Etho/Rendog inspired racetrack. Hope you enjoyed it.